Okay, recording another video. Um, the last one cut off, so that's why. Um, Something I've realized from doing this is that like it's one of those things where um, this compounds. It feels good to do this, and it makes you like a character, and that's fun. It's like an ego thing, right? It gets you to feel this like sense of self, and we enjoy feeling a sense of self because it reinforces who we are, and I think that's why this is also it feels good to do this. But I wanted to use this as a tool to better my own life and not just like pontificate on ideas. So. Um, and in order to do that, you need to identify areas in your life where you're lacking, right? You need to figure out a goal, and then you need to figure out a plan to get to that goal. So, my goal for today, if I had a daily goal, my goal for today is to I have I have two really big stressors on me right now, and then I have a third one as well. But that's in the future. So the first one is this project. That's going to be the biggest headache for me. Um, it's a project about Uber Eats. It's a marketing project. Basically, we have to take a business and we need to um, do a bunch of research and then use the research to come up with. I'm sorry, that's a backwards way of thinking about it. We have to introduce a new product line to an existing business. Our group is taking the form of like an advisory body. Um, then we have to do a bunch of research to back up our claims about, here's how they should strategically introduce this new product to this market and for these reasons. Um, I kind of took like a little bit of a leader role and was like, hey, I think this is how we should do this, guys. And so we have an outline and we have a document where we're supposed to put our research in. I don't know. So I have to um, engage with that more. I need to take a couple hours today and begin to dig through some of our research and really figure out a strategy that um, that is going to work for that project. Because that's literally the last college project that I ever have to do, and I just need to do it. So if I look at, I need to, well, number one, go through the research that we currently have. Then number two, I need to theorize. Hey, here's a strategy that might work. Um, and then number three, I need to communicate that to my group, make sure that they know that we're all on the same page and that they don't resent me for doing that. They encourage that, so that we get a better grade, and so that they're not like fighting me or like they're saying, okay, Noah's going to do the whole thing and he's going to get mad if I fuck any portion of this up. So um, I need to make sure they're motivated and behind the strategy, and that I explain it well enough so that they understand it, and so that and do it in a way that they appreciate me doing that and not resent me for doing that. So that's that project. The next project is, there's these 20 interviews that we did for an outside company, for um, this alcohol and drug rehab firm, which is funny because I just talked about that this morning. But basically, um, there's 20 interviews. Oscar and I split it to 10 each, so we're responsible for 10 videos each. I've cut 3 of them. I cut one of them incorrectly of those 3. But anyway, they gave us a list of things. I have all the data now. I have it on a drive. I have all the files that I need in order to access that, and I have it on a drive, and I can work through it today. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to batch that. So basically, I have 7 videos left with a revision to the other one. So that's going to add some time. But basically, I have 7 videos left, and I'm going to just rough cut those to the notes that they provided me. And then later, I'm going to go back through, and per video, I'm going to select the best camera angles and change the camera angles. And that's how I'm going to tackle that. I can probably, so there's 7 videos. I can probably, if I did 10 minutes of video per video as an average of like how long it's going to take to cut each one, I can get it done in an hour. I mean, that's 70 minutes, so I guess so it would really be, I guess, 7. It would be 7 over 6. We're not going to do any math today. Um, I'm sorry, it would be 60 divided by 7, and I don't know how much that is. If I have a calculator, but I'm using it to record my face because the world is magic and these devices do 30 billion things. So that's the next thing. I can do that in an hour. I can do the research project. If I spend 2 hours on that, that'll be great. And then the third thing is this test. I have a test coming up. I basically need to study for that. Also, there's that online homework due today. I have one question out of the entire thing. But if I just do that one question, then I'll get like another 2 points or whatever. So that's probably important. So I should probably do that. But it's not a really huge priority because I did 99% of that. It's literally 1% of that. So so I could do that. But I also have to study for this test. And I think the best way to study for this test is to look at the materials, get like broad senses of the terms, and then figure out which terms I'm most unfamiliar with and kind of dig into those because there's definitely some that I'm not familiar with. Also, identify what equations and stuff is going to be on the test and look at problems to find out the ones that I'm not familiar with so that I can dive into those. Other than that, lifestyle-wise, I need to probably do some laundry. This laundry needs to be into the washer, and then my other stuff that I washed last week is still not folded, so it's in the dryer, or it's dry. So I need to dry it again and fold that. And I don't know, I should probably take a shower. I'm probably going to make some coffee. I also need to eat some foods that I don't, expire. So that is the plan for today. So if I had to make a prioritized list of things to do, number one would probably be eat some food so that I can attack these other things. Number two would probably be get showered. Then once I'm ready, I want to do the most difficult thing first, which is going to be this project. So I will go and I will do this project for a little while. Then I will do the next most difficult thing, which is going to be these interviews. And then I will look at that problem. I will do that online problem, and then I'll begin to study for the test. And then I'll meet with those guys again about the overall project this afternoon. After 5 p.m. is when they said they want to meet. And that will hopefully set me on a path that will improve my life significantly and bring me closer to accomplishing those goals for today. Okay. I'm going to watch this back and say, wow, here's a huge douchebag. And I don't know. I need to, that's the other thing is like, I think this will help me be less of a douche. I think practicing this every day will help me come across better. I like watching that other video back, I'm getting joy from being so smart. And it's like, that's bad, and you can see that. Like, that's transparent. So, I need to figure out a way, or not even figure out a way, but I need to be real. I just need to be real, because being fake is cancery, cringe bullshit. Okay, ready, set, go.